Hi, I'm Denise, and this is the Real Life Photographers. I'm based out of Las Vegas, and this is
Kathy Campbell, based out of Portland, Oregon, part of Life Condensed Photography and the Photogs Helper.
Yay! Okay, we have been AWOL for 2 weeks. We've had the cooties going around.
Yeah.
Cooties over at Kathy's house,
And then
and
I
then
shared
cooties
them with
over
Denise somehow over the internet. Ooh, it was a virus, like a Trojan
at
horse.
But now the cooties are gone,
Yay.
airing out the house,
Well, for the most
and
part,
yes,
yeah.
sunshine at your
I
house.
know, it's so pretty. Look. Anyone that's been in Oregon knows that this is very exciting, especially in February. I think after I pick up my daughter from daycare, we may go out and have a session because this is rare. And it's beautiful too. It's beautiful sunshine. There's a light cloud cover, so it's not too bright. And yeah, I'm very excited. Very excited.
Huge softbox. That's the best kind of lighting.
Exactly. That's the really nice thing about Oregon is that it's just gorgeous. Love it. And then I have
Well,
a
we
great
have sunshine here
session
too, but
I'm scheduled for. Well, yeah, but it's Vegas. There's always sunshine in Vegas.
yeah, but sunshine and cold doesn't quite. It's a tease. It's a
Yeah,
tease.
and what is your cold? Like 60?
No, it was actually cold.
How cold? Oh no, I lost her. Well, I guess I'll just do a little dance myself. Her internet's kind of been bad, and so we're hoping that she'll get it going better. But until then, you have me by myself, and she's back. Yay! I could already tell they were sick of me. Oh, and she's gone again. Okay, so this might not be working. We're gonna go ahead and we'll post this instead and just kind of play with this. What is going on? And this is what happens in real life. This is what happens. So yeah, we will come back with some actual information hopefully soon. Until then, let's. Are you gonna stick around this time?
I don't know. Google doesn't like me today.
No, it doesn't. You definitely need to upgrade your stuff.
Oh, I don't know what's going on with
Yeah.
Google and my computer and internet and everything else. But okay, well, I'm still here.
Okay.
Today we're going to talk about living life in day-type compartments. In other words, okay, I know at our house things have been feeling like today was like the first day the kids have gone back to school, and I'm sitting here thinking to myself, oh my gosh, I am so far behind on stuff. The house, the business, just everything. That's just like all kinds of noise,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. It's like, oh my gosh, I only have so many Facebook friends. What am I gonna do? What's gonna happen? Oh my gosh, the world's ending. Uh, that
Well, I wouldn't say I care about how many.
more like, I have to do my hand dishes. I really need to do my hand dishes, and it's been bothering me because there's some big pans that are used that are too big for the dishwasher, and I don't want to do it. But
Yeah.
they're there, they're watching me, and they're blaming me for not washing in them.
Ah. Well, so with all this stuff going on in my head, um, I woke up yesterday to get centered because I feel like I'm off centered, because you just feel like you need to go in 10 different directions and I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah,
It's like
nothing's working.
chasing. It's like 1 second, he's like, squirrel. nothing stays, you're just kind of like, I'm all over.
Yeah.
But because my husband, then the kids, then the business, and then me sprinkled in somewhere in between all that mess.
Yeah.
And so I was listening whenever I get that way. I listen to Dale Carnegie or Earl Nightingale or Napoleon Hill. And last night listened to Dale Carnegie, and he talked about William Osler, who talks about living in day life compartments, and it's about he expresses it to an ocean liner. You know how an ocean liner has the compartments for when it's going to flood, so they make sure that each compartment's shut off from the other compartments so that the boat doesn't flood in and just sinks.
Yeah, the ones like on the Titanic that weren't quite big enough. And we lost her again! Yeah, those compartments, things like internet, are fun.
So anyways, he talks about that now the way of life that I preach is a habit to be acquired gradually by a steady repetition. It is the practice of living for the day only and for the day's work, life in day-type compartments. And he goes on to talk about that we need to shut off the past and let the dead past bury its dead and shut out the yesterdays. He talks about the fact that shutting off the future as tight as the past, the future is today, and there is no tomorrow. The day of man's salvation is now. In other words, yeah, you need to think about tomorrow and plan for it, but you can't be anxious about it. You just got to concentrate on what's going on right now. And, the truth is that life is not about fear, because that's a mask. And it's not about sadness, because that's a mask. It's about gratefulness and love. And if you can do the dishes and just be happy, I hate dishes. I hate dishes. And I was sitting there the other day thinking, the whole time I was sitting there going, I hate doing dishes. So, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And then it came to my mind about that. And I started saying, okay, this is good. I have beautiful dishes. I'm happy. They're colorful. And then, because your mind can't concentrate on two things. You're either happy or you're sad or you're mad. Your emotion is only one emotion.
Yeah.
So I tried to be very happy about doing the dishes. And it went faster. And what I did was I put on some music and I paid attention to that instead.
Yeah. Yeah, I've started doing dishes in the morning when I start the coffee. Because it only takes a couple minutes to do the dishes. I mean, it's not necessarily the huge task that I have to do the dishes again. It only takes a few minutes, and so I'll start the coffee and then I'll do dishes, and by the time the dishes are ready to run in the dishwasher, my coffee is ready, and then I have coffee to enjoy. I mean, and that's a little something. And I smell the water going through the great smell of the coffee grounds, and it just smells so good as it's getting all nice and hot, and it's enjoyable to hear the bubbling while the water is running for the dishes too. And that's kind of been my treat in how I'm getting myself to do dishes. But I still have to do the hand dishes, the big ones, so those are still staring at me. So hopefully tonight, maybe I'll do them tonight. We'll see.
Yeah. But the whole thing is, it's about realizing that you just have to concentrate on what's your task at hand. And if you say, I'm going to get, I'm going to get my dishes done, and then at such and such time I'm going to get lunch done, and then at such and such time I'm going to work on the business. And then just, if you can just put your concentration 100% at that moment to that item, then there's not all this chaos going on in your head or the squirrel effect.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, it's important too to get having to-do lists is important, but sometimes they can be too overwhelming because you're going to have a to-do list of everything that ever needs to get done, and you can't cross everything off of that list. And so it can be frustrating to have 30 things that are going to take 30 hours each on your list, whereas if you can have a to-do list of just things you're going to do today, just things that have to be done today, it can be so much more fulfilling to finish everything on that list and know that, okay, these are the 5 things I'm going to work on today, and that's it. And it could be a mixture of business things, it could be a mixture of around the house things, it can be, education related. Hey, I'm going to read these blog posts on this type of thing to work on such and such. It doesn't have to be necessarily a project that you're finishing so much as long as it's on your list, and that's what you're going to do. And that, if you can grasp it, then it can be so fulfilling to be able to finish something and be successful for that day. And it just means that tomorrow's going to be a little bit easier because, hey, you already did everything that was on your to-do list for the day before. Let's do another one.
Yeah, exactly. I really like this quote by Thomas Carlyle, and it says, "Our main business is not to see what lies dimly at a distance, but to do what lies clearly at hand." And I get out of that the same thing, is just do what you have to do right now, this minute, and let everything else go, and it would be so much easier.
Yeah.
Like, I've been sitting here driving myself crazy thinking, I should be working, I should be working, I should be working. And then the other day, it dawned on me, I'm thinking, wait a minute, it's February. This is our slow season, and I'm here trying to hit it like if we were in our strong season of summer and fall and stuff.
Yeah.
So I finally backed up and went, okay, it's not you. You're not going, you're like driving yourself insane. And
use this time to do the stuff that you wish you could do during the summer when you're so swamped and you have 8 sessions every day. Okay, or whatever. If you're a boutique, that's not going to happen. Yeah. But you're at max capacity and you're like, oh my goodness, I don't have enough time to do everything. Well, now's the perfect time to do it.
Yeah.
So just do it.
Exactly. So make your list.
Yes. And check it twice.
Put 3-4 items, nothing more. And, do something for yourself. Mm-hmm. Do something for your family. Do something for your house. And do something for your business.
Perfect. And have them be quantifiable things with an endpoint. Because you can't just say, work on my business. Well, what does that mean? You can't check that off at the end of the day. There is no endpoint on that. So if you have a project, write 3 blog posts. Perfect. Done. You're set. You're ready to go. And so you should do that. You should have quantifiable lists and have them be manageable and go from there.
So what are you going to do today?
I am going to finish a logo for a client. I'm going to write my blog post for the week. I am going to fold laundry, and I'm going to do those hand dishes.
Sweet. Well,
what are you going to
do? I'm going to change up my colors on the website. I'm going to conquer Mount Washmore. I'm going to clean up the living room. And I'm going to get dinner started before 4 o'clock. Woohoo!
Yay!
Yay! So,
All right.
see, simple. Get your list.
Share
And
that list for the day. You know, sometimes you need some accountability. We just told you what's on our list today. So, what's on yours? Let us know. And, you know, on the blog, on our YouTube, on our Facebook page, somewhere, let us know. And we will talk to you next week.